Wait for her to relog.
Okay.
Told her to relog at Moses. At Moses.
Yes, I see it. It's up. It's upcoming.
Cats,
That's
please.
better than upchucking. Oh, here it is right now.
It is. Yep, I got it too. And it looks like we got sound. Everybody didn't have to, you know, you didn't have to be quiet.
No,
Just
I
stand
just
on.
nope. I'm looking for my. There it is.
Solana went off.
I think everybody might be having some kind of problems tonight.
Yeah, the stuff not
all
working right.
Come back. I even had trouble. I mean, I was able to get in, but nothing was present.
Yeah, it just depends. There's no consistency one way or the other.
I couldn't see the floor, so I had to res back in too. Everything was just floating.
It sounds like a thumb piano. A thumb
Music box.
Yeah, it sounds like a music box.
Hello, Scout. Glad to
or
see you.
one of those thumb piano things.
You write a theme song.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sandy's here. Hello, Sandy. But Scout doesn't have a dot.
Sandy and Scout, the amulets are here. Jim Sella, how the hell are you?
Sandy.
Stella, hella, hella.
How the hell are you, Sella? That's my fella, Sella. He's not my fella, but you know what I mean. I had to find something to rhyme. Why won't my hockey close?
That's cute. That sounds relaxing, like you're gonna sleep.
Oh shit. Oops, sorry.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Hello.
Doesn't sound like a doorbell.
Yeah, I like that.
Come in.
So it's like NBC, and I'm expecting the peacock to walk across.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's that TV three note?
NBC.
Is it the NBC thing there?
You guys are. I have two little kittens sitting here next to me.
Again?
Again, the two baby kittens. They never let me go. They are up my ass no matter where I go.
I can't go to comedy. I got a cat on my lap.
I literally, Vincent got on the computer screen. He got on the laptop, and all of a sudden the screen went stupid, and I went, "Oh no, you didn't," because it was just before I logged into here. But no, they are stuck to me. They are my.
So you're back home.
Yeah. Oh, I've been home. I've been home since Sunday. No, been home since Sunday. Going back up on Thursday or Saturday or Friday. I'll get it right. She gets sworn in as a police officer. I'll be home for the weekend. Whoop. Uh-oh.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
the
supposed to
screen
be
went-
nice here for the next couple of days, so we're gonna take advantage of it.
Yep.
Cook
How are you
I
out.
just,
planning to
um,
take advantage of it?
We're gonna cook out, you know, have the radio cranking, maybe have
All
a
right.
fire.
Oh,
That sounds great.
Ooh, I'm coming over.
So I made a fresh strawberry rhubarb pie.
I got baby
mmm.
back
Oh, man, I
ribs.
bet that's good.
We
Oh,
got
Hey,
baby
Andy.
back ribs. We got chicken wings.
Lois
Oh.
made a fresh rhubarb and strawberry pie.
Hamburgers. Oh yeah, we got
Oh, that sounds
Strawberry
pretty good.
rhubarb.
What's the occasion?
We have beet cream.
Andy says he's coming over.
Nice weather.
All right.
Nice weather.
gonna
huh?
be 80 degrees,
All right,
low
hang on, I'm about
humidity.
to get-
Oh,
I'm
wow,
getting
that's
booted
good.
out
Wish
for
we
some
could get
reason.
like that.
SL's being
That'd be
stupid.
nice.
I'll be right back.
Florida doesn't get like that, and you know it.
I know it.
Yep.
Only in the winter. That's about our winter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to
The
make
70s
these
and
pies
50s,
when
that's
it's
really just
cool.
about
Otherwise,
perfect.
you
I love
eat 'em.
Yeah.
Florida in like early April.
Early April, late May, late March, mid March sometimes.
Yep, right
Yeah,
around
really
then.
nice.
It's like
And that went
75
into
to
May.
80.
This year it went deep into May, so we had a pretty long, I guess, spring. I guess
You guys got a lot of rain. No, you had a drought, didn't you?
some places did. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Lehigh Acres did. I know that much. Which is west of you.
Yes, I looked at before. It's very south too.
Hmm. My music partner, Bill, he goes by the name of Dimly Witted.
Or dimly lidded.
Yeah. Hey, Porcelana.
Hi, Porcelana.
There's
Hey, Porcelana.
I don't know if you got a bubble yet.
Yeah, she ain't got no voice yet. I don't see no dot.
Hi, Sandy. And Marissa.
Hi. Oh wait.
Yeah, welcome in everybody that came in when I wasn't paying attention.
Well, pay attention, Dan. You know, haven't
I
Scout.
know. I'm sorry.
That dag nabbit.
Scout.
Yeah,
Clock's
have it.
ticking.
Belong in plurals. Well, okay, that was taken care
I
of.
think we might as well go ahead and start.
Dag nabbit.
Wait, or
Yeah,
not.
have it.
Wait.
Wait on Porcelana. She don't have a dot yet.
Yeah, let's wait. It's only 4 minutes after. If I
Okay.
start now, that'd be like starting early.
Oh, hi, Pearlie. Good to
Oh,
see you.
not-
How you doing? I'm good. How are you? Not too bad.
You know, we haven't seen Happy here in a long, long time.
We had to fall asleep.
I wonder where Happy's been.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen her here in a while.
Or Sonia. Or
Well, we know why Sonia. Probably something with Happy too. But yeah, Kirsten. Hadn't seen Kirsten in a while. There's Porcelana's dot.
months.
Yay!
Hey,
There it is.
Hi,
everybody.
It's
I was
good
just
to
talking
see
to you,
you.
Porcelana.
Her little doggy matches her. How
I
cute.
know. Well, look at that.
My
Isn't
hunt
that
dog with
nice?
red
They're
pee.
both wearing red. Lady in red. Lady in red.
All right, I guess we go ahead and start it up now, y'all.
Woo!
Porcelana's here.
That's
Yay.
right.
Yay!
It's 6 minutes after the hour, which is pretty close to what we
I
normally do.
crashed.
Welcome to Hooligans Underground. Welcome to the standing room.
Yay! Yay!
Good to see y'all again.
Woohoo!
In
Good
a
to see
whole
you
week.
too, Nick.
A whole friggin' week.
Good to see you too. 5 people on the stream now.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up right where I left off last week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, it's Boudreaux.
Oh, Boudreaux.
Boudreaux, he saw Thibodeau walking into the doctor's office. I think this might be before where I finished. He asked Thibodeau what he was going to the doctor's for. Thibodeau says, well, gonna give me one of them circumcisions.
Oh, no.
Oh dear. Kind of
That's what Boudreaux said. Whoo-wee, that's gonna hurt you, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thibodeau said, man, are you sure circumcisions hurt? Boudreaux, well, let me tell you, I had me one of them circumcisions when I was a baby, and I couldn't walk for a whole year.
Wow.
Never mind, it wasn't going to be able to walk anyway.
That's funny.
You chop off the boy's manhood. What's he gonna do? He'll get up and walk.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, you know how to use it. Down
Many years ago, when Boudreaux was just a little kid, he had a job as a bag boy at the local supermarket.
Cool.
Now, a lady walks up to the checkout counter one day with her basket. In that basket, she had a quart of milk, a half a dozen eggs, a carton of juice, and an apple.
Wow.
Big shiny red apple.
Ooh.
Now, as she pays for her items at the register, Boudreaux starts bagging her stuff. And he talked out loud. He said, lady, you must be single. Woman looks at the 4 items on the counter. She says, nothing unusual looks. How in the world do you know that I'm single? Did I screw that sentence up or what? Cleaver, I think I took a cleaver to it. Boudreaux says, as he looks at her, he said, lady, it's simple. You ugly. I know I screwed that joke up bad.
Lady. Oh,
Got nothing to
Didn't
it.
take a lot
Oh,
to.
it still
Yeah.
works.
Dang.
All right, here's a quick one, then we'll try to do some more.
Brutal.
All right, y'all. This was not too long after Boudreaux and Marie had got themselves married.
Aww.
Now, Marie and Clotilde were visiting, and Clotilde asked how the marriage was going. And Marie tells her, he says, let me tell you, not so good. Boudreaux eats like a pig. He don't ever take a bath, and he
Ew.
leaves his dirty, smelly clothes all over the house.
Uh-oh.
Some bitch makes me sick. I can't even eat. Clotilde asked her, he says, well, why don't you leave them? Marie, she says, oh, I'm planning to do that, but only after I lose another 12 pounds. The girl joke. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
no,
y'all.
they do that.
Yeah, they do.
They do that. Yeah.
Alright, open mic for he or she who's ready to come up here.
Who's coming first?
The mic's not on.
That fan? Looks like somebody's on his way. Marissa? Oh. Oh, I
Who
like
that?
that chair.
Lacey. Lacey's coming.
Glisa!
Yay!
Alright, let's welcome up Lisa.
Yay, Glisa!
Hurrah!
Make sure your mic's on.
Good to have the mic on. Hi, everybody. And happy Father's Day coming up.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, sure.
You're
is.
welcome. So I'm going to do my dumb jokes as they get dumber and dumber all the time. What do you
Father's Day.
call... It was what? For Father's Day? I don't have any Father's Day jokes, no.
Doing your dumb jokes for Father's Day.
You are? Oh, good. What do you call a cow with 2 legs?
I know I am, but what are you?
A human.
Lean beef.
Lean beef.
Lean beef.
What sits on the seabed and has anxiety?
What?
What?
A nervous wreck.
Nervous wreck.
Nervous
That's
wreck.
cute.
If you want to be rich, what is the best air to breathe?
What?
Rich air.
Millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
Million.
Cost you
Ah.
an arm and a leg to get there.
Huh.
And you know, this is kind of a political joke, but where do armies belong?
On your
Where?
shoulder.
In your sleeveys?
You sleepy.
Army sleepy.
Ooh, real political. What happens when doctors get frustrated?
Why?
They lose
Ask
their
Doc.
patience.
Oh, that happens a lot.
There must be a lot of frustrated doctors, Sam.
They leave them.
And what invention allows you to see through walls?
What?
Windows.
Say a hammer.
Oh, that's good.
That
Like
was cute.
Superman.
A portal.
Stupid.
Oh,
Why do nurses like red crayons?
Why?
Well, sometimes they like to draw blood.
That's
And why can't the sailor learn the alphabet?
Why?
He kept getting lost at sea.
That's a cute one. That's cute. That's funny.
And why did the cowboy adopt a wiener dog?
Why?
Why?
He wanted to get a long little doggy.
Yeah.
that one.
That's cute.
That's Mike Levy.
That's adorable.
That one I don't like. What do you call a girl in the middle of a tennis court?
What?
The net.
A net. A net.
Annette.
Close.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Sure.
good.
And there's all these explosions going on and this vandalism. A cheese factory exploded in France.
Wow.
Debris was everywhere.
Debris.
Le pew.
That's a splash. Debris.
That's funny.
It was Le Pew.
Why
was
did the
cheesy.
duck fall on the sidewalk?
Why?
He tripped on a quack.
As long as it wasn't his.
And I'm really excited because I did drop some weight drink cucumber juice, but I lost all my winter weight.
Wow, where'd it go?
Now I have spring rolls. What did the goldfish say after his trip?
What?
What a fantastic vacation.
Fantastic.
And where do people like to vacation over and over?
Where?
Michigan and again and again. What what does a pig say on a hot summer day?
What?
I'm baking over here. Okay, I gotta read those later data. Start reading them now. Okay, thank you very much, and have a great weekend. And stick around for more.
Good
big
job,
kid,
Lisa.
please.
That was awesome.
Good.
That was funny.
Back.
Good job.
Well done, Lisa.
All right, here's some of my own stupid jokes. Really isn't all of them. All right, Boudreaux and Thibodeau are walking down the street and they see an old man in front of them. Now, this old man is walking in such a weird manner, kind of like a duck. Now, somehow, this walk was bothering Boudreaux and Thibodeau. They say, I wonder why he's walking that way. I wonder why. Now, Boudreaux asks, why? Thibodeau said, Maybe he got into an accident recently. And maybe he broke his hip or something.
Uh-oh.
Yep, them hips break. Now Boudreaux said that, well, what if he has some kind of congenital defect and can't walk because of that? Let's ask him. Why not, right?
Uh-oh.
So both of them, they run towards the old man who was walking in front of them like a duck. Excuse me, sir. We got a question for you. Can you please tell us the reason why you walking like a duck? My friend say you got some kind of mutant defect. And I think you got in some kind of accident. Who's right? Well, the old man looks at them both and he smiles. Well, your friend guessed something and he got it wrong. And you guessed something and you got it wrong. And I also guessed something and I got it wrong. It wasn't a fart, y'all. I think there could be a better way to end that joke. But that's above me.
We
It's
all
above
know
my
it.
pay scale. Alright, here's another one. We ain't heard from the bar room in quite a while.
All right.
Boudreaux, sitting at the city bar last weekend, minding his own business, when this big old roughneck walks in. He walks right up to Boudreaux, who, by the way, the smallest man in the bar,
Oh.
and he backhands him off the bar stool. Hand to the head, boom, to the floor.
Man.
Big guy looks at Boudreaux, laying on the floor. He says, karate from Japan. Now Boudreaux
Oh,
picks
God.
himself up, brushes himself off, sits back down on that very same bar stool. Now a couple minutes later, again, this big old guy comes over and he whops Boudreaux upside the head, knocks
Dang.
him to the floor.
Wow.
He looks at Boudreaux, he says, karate from Japan. He already said that, what the fuck? Anyway, Boudreaux gets up, brushes himself off again, walks out the bar, and about 5 minutes later, he come back, walks up to the guy, and bam, knocks the guy off the stool, onto the floor, out cold. Boudreaux sits back down, takes a sip out of his beer, looks down at the big guy. He says, tire tool, 67 Chevy pickup.
Good morning.
Damn.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That
All right, I'm a wrap. I'm done. What Solana has spoken.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
All right, who's up? And daughter, you coming?
I'm
All
a
right.
coach.
Yeah,
Hey, brother.
sorry. I didn't mean to bulldoze through you.
Oh, sorry. It's
Yeah,
okay.
but, you
Can't
know,
bulldoze through your friends. Who can you bulldoze, right?
Oh, fun, so
that's right. Everybody, welcome Endora.
Good evening, everybody.
Ah.
I am Endora, finally officially retired McAndrews. And if some of you don't know,
Congratulations.
finally officially retired from the medical service. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
MD, manic depressive. No, just kidding. So, you know what?
Probably true.
That probably could be, but it's not. But anyways, so you know what? I got together with a bunch of my old friends that a bunch of us docs retired around the same time, which was kind of cool, I thought. And if any of you live near Central New York, you probably heard most of the major hospitals going because a lot of us left.
I think that's across the nation.
Yeah, it is. It's everywhere.
Okay, but it's part of the joke anyways. But anyhow, so we sat around one afternoon drinking margaritas, I must add, and coming up with some funny ideas on some t-shirts that we should make. And one of them, and you've probably seen some of these before or similar, but these we kind of, I'm going to say, helped along to fit our personalities. And one of them was, I'm a grown woman. I'm not a princess. I have attitude and opinions and a very loud voice and one hell of a right hook. So believe me when I say, I got this. Yeah, I know, kind of funny. But you know what? I'm not saying I don't like you. I'm just saying I would unplug your life support to make a pot of coffee. Just saying.
Don't blame you.
I'm just saying.
That's
And
something.
speaking of just saying, speaking of, I don't always do the wrong thing, but when I do, it's the wrongest of all the wrongs that I've ever wronged.
That's pretty wrong.
It's pretty wrong. And warning. Some people have to have this warning on their shirts that say, warning, my patience is wearing thin. I mean, you are one smart ass. You make one. I mean, you are the one smart ass comment away from being a bitch who slapped so hard that even Google wouldn't be able to find you.
That's,
Sorry, I read that wrong. I wrote these down and I can't even read my own handwriting. Go figure.
Well,
That
said
happens
he was
to
a
me,
doctor.
too.
Yeah, and it's good because I have good handwriting, but ever since I retired, my handwriting went to crap. But anyhow, oops, hang on. Dutchie decided to jump into my screen. Love me? You know what? Yeah, love me? I will move mountains to make you happy. Hate me, and I'll drop those mountains right on your balls.
Whoa.
Ouch.
I know. I'm trying to keep it nice. I'm trying to keep it nice. You know.
That ain't very
I
nice.
don't think mountains on.
You know.
What makes you think that's
We songs like curse less. Me. You should try to curse less. I tell myself. I look in the mirror and say, I should really try to curse less. But then I also say to myself, minding your own business, you weak ass witch. I'm trying to, I got to admit, a couple of these have some really good, interesting words, and I won't use it. I've got PMS, OCD, and I want to cry and look pretty while killing everybody, but can't focus on me right now because I'm cleaning. You know, common sense is so rare these days, it should be classified as a superpower.
Yeah,
That's true.
I agree.
That's true.
I totally agree.
I'm not sick. I'm twisted. Sick makes it sound like there's a cure.
That's true, too.
You know what? And you ever see that thing where, you know, somebody's panicking in the movies and they slap them?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
It don't work.
It
Gets
don't.
them pissed off more.
No, it makes them come back fighting even more. But you know what? I'm sorry I slapped you because you didn't seem like you would ever stop talking and I panicked.
It does make women shut up. I'm telling you.
Oh,
For a few seconds at least.
So here's a good one. This,
Disbelief.
that,
All right, I'm sorry.
No, by all means, jump right in there. You know what? I had some similar situations. I had some nurses that, you know, tried to what we call check out under medical against medical advisement. It's called AMA. And AMA is a patient who decides, well, I'm leaving the hospital even though the doctor says it's not a good idea for you to leave.
Right.
But we've had some nurses do that, and I've had to calmly say to them, you can't AMA, you work here.
Yeah.
And I've had nurses, I've even had doctors walking through going, I will not kill my coworkers. I will not kill my coworkers. I will not kill my coworkers. Okay, I will not. Okay, maybe one.
Which one?
Maybe one.
The head nurse.
Mm.
And another one that was looking kind of different was, I walked away because you were too busy finding faults in me while I was too busy overlooking yours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is a good one. And some of these we ad-libbed and some of these, and again, we've superpower. I think common sense should be a superpower. Oh, this one's a good one. I refuse to kiss anybody's butt. You want to be mad? You
Oh,
want to be
crap.
mad over
What I
some
did.
petty stuff? Stay mad because I don't give a crap. That's kind of an odd one that I saw somebody actually wearing that one that I will not take any credit for. Oh, here's one that one of our paramedics actually wore under his uniform. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I want to hit you with my car, throw you off a tree so high, hope you break your neck and die.
Oh my god. Horrible.
True story. But you know what? We also had him evaluated afterwards too, just saying. He took his shirt off and I said, oh, nope, you're done working. And you know what? I would rather adjust my life to your absence than adjust my boundaries to accommodate your disrespect. And that's another one of our other paramedics was riding around with. He had an issue with one of our doctors, yeah. So it was kind of rough. But you know what? I am the sweetest witch around, but you'll ever meet.
Who?
I'm the sweetest witch you'll ever meet.
Not me.
But do not mess with me. Do not mess with me. That was our head. That was actually the CEO of the hospital that wore that T-shirt. And if I ever get murdered, just know that I talk crap until the bitter end.
Let's see.
One more on this list I wanted to share with you, and then I will turn the mic over. Oh, I know what I want to talk to you about. So, you know, you have this group, this search engine called Spokeo, and you can do a background check.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They got 8,900 names, one person's name, and everybody's the same. Well, there's a bit of news. So you go to one, so you find the information on, and I'm going to use a good example. I got a friend whose name is Josh. And you know how many Joshes there are in this world? I won't say his last name, but his name is Josh. And just for giggles, he decided to look up himself on Spokeo. Well, you'd be surprised what kind of history he had. Same last name, same middle name, same people. There must have been, as he counted, 42 people with the same name that he found.
Yeah.
And it did all sorts of things. He was a convicted felon. He was a scientist. He was a garbage truck driver. I mean, it was just
bad.
Jack of all trades.
He was dead. Yep, there was one in there that had passed away. There was one that said that he lived in India. There was another one that said he lived in the Caribbean. And all the same name.
Are these all the people that stole his identity?
It could be. One days, you know, the moral of that story is you never judge a book by its cover. Because you never know what you're going to find when you open that book.
True.
Just that book. But you know what? Love each other. Humor is the best medicine. I'm going to write a script for everybody that says you have to have a dose of humor every day to get you through life. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good night.
Yay, Andorra!
Yay,
Humor
Andorra,
is
big
the
hand
best
to Andorra,
medicine,
y'all.
the best one of all, buddy.
Well done, Andorra.
Thank you.
All right, just a couple of quick ones. 3 a.m. The desk clerk at a Holiday Inn down in Lafayette, Louisiana. The phone rings. It's a call from a very drunk Boudreaux. And he was asking what time does the bar room open? The bar. Clerk says it opens at noon. and hangs up the phone. About an hour later, he gets another call from Boudreaux. Apparently, even more drunk. He said, "What time does the bar open?" "Same time as before, sir. Noon," replies the clerk. "Now, another 4 hours." "No, I'm wrong. It's another hour."
Yeah.
Another hour passes. Boudreaux calls once again. Really drunk. He asks the same thing. He said, "When'd you say the bar opens?" Burke says, "I already told you that it opens at noon. But if you absolutely can't wait, I can have room service bring anything you want. Anything." Boudreaux said, No, I don't want to get in. I'm trying to get out." Moral of the story, y'all. Never lock a coon ass up in the ballroom.
Oh, hey.
Amen. brother. Amen.
No, that sounds like reverse psychology to me. Alright, one more. It was the dead of winter down in South Louisiana. And freezing cold outside, y'all. That was a joke.
Wow.
That was
In
it.
Louisiana?
The dead
Freezing
of winter,
cold?
and it was freezing cold outside.
Alright, Boudreaux walks into the house. He says, "Marie, I'm going to the bar. Get your coat on." Well, of course, Marie, she's all excited. It ain't often she gets to go out to the bar with Boudreaux. She says, "Oh, Boudreaux, you finally gonna take me out." Boudreaux, "No, hell no. It's just that I'm turning off the heater. I don't want you to freeze." You know, you gotta be thrifty down there on the bayou. The gas ain't free. It don't just bubble up out the swamp.
No.
Well, it does. But, you know. Alright, open mic.
I'll go up.
Alright.
Hey,
Hey,
Fiddler!
dude.
Alright, let's welcome up the fiddler.
Crash, so I had to come back.
Hey, Ted.
Hey, everybody.
Beverly!
Welcome back, Wyatt.
Thank you.
As you know, I go from topic to topic to topic. And this is a page I've been working on for 2 years, and I haven't finished it. So some I'll skip because I think I've told them before, and the reason I won't tell them again is because I think you booed me or something like that.
Oh, we never
way.
did
Oh,
that.
we would never do such a thing.
No.
Well, no one laughed. All right. But anyways,
Well, that might be true.
right, exactly.
That's true.
What do tofu and a dildo have in common?
Goodness.
And we're off to a good
They're
start.
both meat substitutes.
Oh, good one.
That was an Andrew Dice Clay joke. Has to be.
What do you call a dictionary on drugs?
What?
A dictionary.
Oh, I get it.
Oh,
What is Moby Dick's dad's name?
Moby Dad,
Papa Bona.
Papa Bona. Oh.
How did Rihanna find out Chris Brown was cheating on her?
How?
She found another woman's lipstick on his knuckles.
Ooh.
Oh my
Oh, God.
Oh.
Him and P. Diddy.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
How do you tell the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer?
Mm.
The taste?
For the taste, of course. The taste.
Of course. That tastes a little salty.
And I'm sure you've heard this one before, but it's good. How does a woman scare a gynecologist? She becomes a ventriloquist.
Oh my God.
What do you call two guys fighting over a promiscuous woman? Anyone?
No, don't know.
Tug of whore.
Ooh.
Tug of war.
God.
Hey, Hey, did Wyvern write those jokes?
I know, but they're
I
getting
know.
that way.
I did.
How do you circumcise a hillbilly? You kick his sister in the jaw. What do George Zimmerman, O.J. Simpson, and masturbation have in common? Getting off once isn't enough. I think you like this one. What did the cannibal do after he dumped his girlfriend?
Wiped his ass.
He wiped his butt. Exactly.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh, that's
What does a 75-year-old woman have between her breasts that a 25-year-old doesn't?
Her knees.
wrinkles.
Her navel.
Oh!
Or her knees. It could be her knees. It depends on the
Mine ain't
woman.
big enough to
Her
drink that
toes.
No. Mine
Bottom
either.
both.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to take jogging at that age either. Your 2 black eyes.
Not without a wheelbarrow.
What's the difference between a G-spot and a golf ball?
If you don't know the difference, I don't want to go out with you.
A guy will actually take time to search for his golf ball.
Wow.
What does a sign on an out-of-business brothel say? Beat it. We're closed.
Beat it.
What do you call a woman who's paralyzed from the waist down?
Out of work.
What?
Married. And why does it take 100 million sperms to fertilize one egg? They don't stop to ask for directions. What's the difference between a tire and 365 used condoms? One's a good year, the other one's a great year.
365. Dang. That's a pretty good year, I guess.
I don't get this one, but I'm going to say it. What's the best part about sex with a 28-year-olds?
The body?
Can't go
There,
to the gym.
there are 20 of them. I don't get it.
Oh, 28-year-old.
28-year-olds.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's the best thing
God.
I've seen. 28-year-olds.
Oh, dear Lord.
I
That's a
thought those
church
jokes
show.
were banned.
I
They
never.
should be.
I didn't know what it meant. Right. And turn on Bobcat, go away. What's the difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb? You can unscrew the light bulb.
Oh,
Yep.
good. Dang.
What does one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob?
She on the ground?
If we don't get some support soon, people would think we're nuts.
Oh, that's good.
All right, and my last one.
Hey! Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Thanks, Jim. How is a girlfriend like a laxative?
Like a laxative?
Yeah,
Wow.
They- both irritate the crap right out of you. That's all I got to say for myself tonight.
All right. Big hand for the fiddler, y'all.
And I stand by my theory.
Whoops. Oh shit.
What'd you do? Where you going?
Fell off the stage. There you go.
Damn it.
Hug in the chair.
Oh my gosh.
We'll
Nick,
just
I'm
do
not
it.
there yet.
I don't care, y'all. First time on video.
Doing the shimmy.
Boudreaux walks into the house after a long day working out in the fields. Now, as he walks in, Marie says, Boudreaux, you look like you had a rough day. Why don't we go out tonight and have us a real good time? Boudreaux says, yeah, well, okay, Marie, but if you get back before I do, leave the light on for me. Well, I mean, she did say have a good time, right? I swear, I think the ballrooms might be segregated down there. Males and females. Alright, let me find a good one. That ain't it. That ain't it. Ooh, this one's in blue ink. It must be good.
Oh, blue.
I wonder why it's in blue. Alright, Boudreaux. Been fishing down by the bayou all day long, and he done run out of night crawlers.
Dang
So
it.
he be ready to leave when he seen a snake with a big frog in his mouth. Now he know that them big bass fish like the frogs, so he decided to steal the frog. Now that snake, cottonmouth snake, water moccasin. So he had to be real careful or he'd get bit. Now Boudreaux, he snuck up behind the snake and he grabbed him around the head. That old snake didn't like not one bit. He squirmed, wrapped himself around Boudreaux's arm, trying to get himself free. But Boudreaux, he had a real good grip. Real good. Well, Boudreaux pried his mouth open and got the frog, put it on his bait can. Now Boudreaux knows that he can't just let that snake go. He's gonna bite him. But he had a plan. He reached into his back pocket and grabbed out a pint of moonshine.
Uh-oh.
And he poured some of that moonshine into the snake's mouth, made him drink it. Well, I'll tell y'all, that snake's eyeballs rolled back in his head, and his body went so limp, Boudreaux just tossed it to the side
Oh.
and went back to fishing. A little while later, Boudreaux feels something tapping on his barefoot toe. You know, it's hanging over the edge into the water. He slowly looked down, and there was that water moccasin. 2 more frogs.
Hi.
If you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
Open mic time, y'all.
I'll do some jokes.
All right, Jim.
Yay, Jim.
Everybody, big hand for Jim. Big welcome.
Hey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. About every month or two, I get to do a concert. And Friday night this week, the 13th, I'm doing a Robin tune. I sent some of you some note cards. If I didn't get you, let me know, and I'll send you a card. How can you tell when you run out of invisible ink?
How?
I don't know.
I don't think anybody does.
How would you know?
God.
All right.
Okay.
Russians would know.
Okay, so what's the speed of dark?
Oh, right.
Opposite the speed of light.
Miscellaneous.
Ah, boy.
I told my girlfriend my conscience was clear. She said I have a bad memory.
Same thing.
I almost had a psychic girlfriend, but she left me before we met.
Oh. Oh. Oops.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Hard work pays off in the future. You know what pays off now? Laziness.
Yeah, true.
I'm going to deny I ever told this joke if anybody says anything.
I'm going to record it. Hold on.
Dating an
It
ex-girlfriend.
ain't like we live streaming or nothing.
Right.
Dating an ex-girlfriend is like a second chance to make the same mistake.
Yeah.
Boy, you resemble that remark.
Hey. Okay, I was fortunate enough to find this Matthew Broussard stand-up routine in my Facebook feed this week. My girlfriend and I are being responsible by preventing pregnancy using an IUD. It's great. I didn't know what it was until she told me, and I assume the ladies know what they are, but I'm going to explain them with more confidence and less accuracy.
Oh.
So what it is a T-shaped rod wrapped in copper coils, and it goes up into the uterus. It's been nice. She's been on the pill before. That's a lot of work, though, taking a pill every day, messing with your hormones, making your body think it's pregnant. Well, the IUD goes up there, and you can leave it there like 10 years before it turns into a diamond.
Dang.
That was cute. You redeemed yourself.
I asked my girlfriend, what kind of chemicals
Those diamonds.
girl's best friend? Especially when they're in your uterus? Anyway, I asked my girlfriend what kind of chemicals does it release. She said none, it's just copper wire. And I asked, how did your gynecologist / electrician explain this steampunk cervix magic? Any side effects? She said after hers was put in, there was a rusty discharge and some mild discomfort. I said, well, that's amazing, because my rusty discharge is my porn name.
Yikes.
An interesting fact about copper IUDs, they don't know why they work. The best explanation is paper beats rock, copper beats baby. I don't know. Stop asking so many questions.
Right? Difference does it make?
As long as it works.
I think it's up there like an Olympic gymnast holding the iron cross saying, I got this, just focus on your career. It's amazing how many major medical breakthroughs were accidents. I know because I was a medical salesperson in college. I used to sell my Adderall to roommates.
Oh, God.
Penicillin's a great example. It's a naturally occurring mold and was discovered when a doctor forgot to clean up his lab before taking a 2-week vacation. That's the father of modern antibiotics, just some sloppy doctor. Yeah, spring break, 1928. I contracted and cured syphilis at the same time.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
dang.
Viagra was also a mistake. It started as a heart medication. That's why they thought it would. That's what they thought it would do. Here, this will help with your blood pressure. And patients were like, I keep getting boners. The doctor's like, fascinating. Diane, change the labels. Or maybe it happened during clinical trials. They gave it to a bunch of dudes at once and left them in a room for a couple of hours. The doctor comes back with a clipboard and says, all right, anyone's feeling any side effects, please raise your, I was going to say hand. Then all the guys are trying to cover it up, except there's one dude in the corner leaning back and he's proud of his shaft. The doctor walks up to him and says, sir, you were given the placebo. He was just excited to be there. So there's another use for Viagra. They also give it to premature babies. A nurse told me this. It's a vasodilator. Actually,
Vasodilator, yes.
vasodilator, yeah. Let's all say it together. Vasodilator.
Vessel dilator.
They dilate your vaso.
Sure.
They actually give it to them for health reasons. My first question was, does it do the other thing to a baby? She said, yeah. She was walking through the NICU the other day and heard from the back of the room, hey, toots. She turns around and sees an infant in a hard hat asking, what you doing later? I just got out of vagina. I'm trying to get back one if you know what I'm saying. Also, what is this copper thing that came out with me? A pogo stick for hamsters? 99% effective, huh? I've been worried about hair loss recently. There's only one drug that's been proven to reverse hair loss in men. It's called Propecia. It started as a treatment for enlarged prostates. Hair regrowth is just a side effect. The prescribing doctor yelled again, Diane, more labels! I want to take it, but the side effects are pretty severe. Men report decreased libido and even impotence. So this is a pill that kills your sex drive. You get the hair of a teenager and the penis of an old man.
Oh shit!
Trade
Like
off.
a deal with the devil. The reason it does is because male pattern hair loss and enlarged prostate are both caused by excessive testosterone. So Propecia blocks your testosterone and make you a thick, full head of hair by making you into a woman a little bit. It gives you new hair, and it makes you upset when your friends don't notice your new hair.
Oh. There's that.
It does reduce the size of the prostate, which is good. It makes it easier to pee, so it's not a matter of whether you're coming or going. You just can't do both. There's an intestinal infection called C. diff, and the best treatment for it currently is called fecal transplant. It's exactly what it sounds like. They take fecal material from a healthy person and put it in infected intestines, and the good bacteria pushes out the bad. It's cool because it was the first medical procedure invented by 2 third graders insulting each other on the playground. I hope you get diarrhea and someone takes their poop and stick it up your butt and they mix it with your poop. And the doctor runs up and asks, "What did you just say?" I got a lot of heartburn. I've taken everything for it. Prilosec, Pepcid, Xanax, Vicodin, Tums.
Xanax?
I think Tums is just sweet tarts that went through gay conversion therapy. I use baking soda, just straight baking soda, just swallow a spoonful. It quickly neutralizes the burn. It tastes like vampire vomit.
No.
It's great. It works so well when I travel. I take a little Ziploc baggie of it with me. I just want to clarify, I'm not into cocaine. It's not my thing, but it's difficult to convince a TSA officer of that. I was at the airport going through security. The bag was on the belt, and when I get through the machine, which sees that my blood pressure is great, there's a guard holding my bag, asking if it's mine. He says, "We need to look in the bag." So when it comes to the baggie, he says, "I'm going to have to call my supervisor for this." I told him my dad was a chemist and I can show you something that will prove it isn't what you think it is. So I reached in, I grabbed half the powder and I started sprinkling it slowly through my fingers in front of their faces. And I said, "You can see that if this was cocaine, I wouldn't just sprinkle half of it all over this table here."
True.
Oops.
And that's my routine for tonight. Thank you very much.
Hey, Jim.
All right, big hand for Jim, y'all.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Yang neck.
Yeah.
I'm just staying to mission. All right, y'all.
Popcorn.
Thibodeau and Clotilde. You know Thibodeau and Clotilde. Their
Yes.
marriage getting a little bit dull lately.
Oh.
So he asked Boudreaux if he has any ideas on how to add some excitement back into his marriage. Who else you gonna ask, right? Boudreaux.
Right.
That's funny.
Well, Boudreaux says, well, you can always, have an affair like every other man out there. Thibodeau said, no, I can't do that. I'm too faithful. I'll always be faithful. Well, If you convince her to let you do it, then it won't be cheating. Oh, that's what Boudreaux said, y'all. If y'all didn't forget it. And Thibodeau agrees. He's gonna give it a try. Because it makes sense to him. Now, the next time Clotilde seems to be in a good mood, he shares the idea with her that a new partner would be exciting. And Clotilde, quickly, she says, honey, that ain't gonna help our marriage. Believe me, I already tried.
You go, girl.
Shot that man down in flames. That's a crash and burn if I ever heard
She
one.
already tried it with a new partner. Oh, damn.
As Boudreaux would say, that bitch.
I got one for you, Nick.
Huh?
This one's a good one. This is your Boudreaux and your Clotilde.
Okay.
So my husband pissed me off, so I told him to go call his girlfriend. He called
Yeah.
me, asked to talk to personality number 4 because because number 1 has some BS again. Right along with you. Right along with your Clotilde and Boudreaux.
Oh, I'm finished with that joke. We done moved on. All right, y'all. Boudreaux. Y'all know he's getting up in years. So he went to the doctor for a checkup. Now, a few days later, the doctor saw Boudreaux walking down the street, arm in arm with a robust and bouncy young lady. The doctor stops him. He says, Boudreaux, what the hell are you doing? Boudreaux says, Doc, I'm doing what you told me to do. Get myself a hot mama and be cheerful. Now the old doc, that shook him up. He says, Boudreaux, no, that's not what I said. I said, you got a heart murmur. Careful.
Be careful.
That was stupid. That was a really stupid one. I'm gonna put that one in a really, really stupid file. Right on top of all them other ones. It'll come up again in a couple of weeks.
It'll be in Baluch.
It might be. What's this? Oh, that's the police department. Well, that shouldn't be in my joke pile. It shouldn't be there.
Jury summons, I'm sure.
That was the form I was filling out for concealed carry. I have a copy of it. Alright, Boudreaux goes to visit an old voodoo woman way back up in the swamps. He asked the old woman, he said, can you remove a curse on me? I've been living with this shit for 50 years.
Oh my God.
That old woman says that she can probably do it, but she needs to know the exact words of the original curse.
Oh.
Now Boudreaux says, that's easy. I now pronounce you man and wife.
Oopsie.
Maybe I do. Oh well. Close. Ah,
Alright, open mic, y'all. Somebody want to
I'm
come up?
ready.
Ready. Alright, y'all. Let me back up, get out the way, and let Wyvern come up here.
Well.
Big hand for Wy.
Why not?
Hey, all right. So 4 priests board a train for a long journey
Here we go.
to a church council conference. Shortly into the trip, one priest says, well, look, we've worked together for many years, but we don't really know one another. I suggest we tell each other one of our sins to get better acquainted. And they look nervously at each other, but they all nod okay. So the first priest says, since I suggested it, I'll go first. With me, it's the drink. Once a year, I take off my collar and I go out of town to a pub and I drink myself blind for a few days and get it all out of my system. They all look at each other again nervously, but the next priest slowly starts. Well, with me, it's the gambling. Periodically, I nick the money out of the poor box and I go to the races. I spend it all, but I get it out of my system. The third, who's really nervous now, reluctantly says, This is really very difficult. My sin is worse. I take off my collar and I go into the red light district, pick out a lass and spend a week in the saddle, but I really get it out of my system. They all look at the fourth priest waiting, but he doesn't say anything. One of the others says, "Come on now, we've all told our innermost faults, it's your turn." And he looks at the others and he says hesitantly, "Well, I'm an inveterate gossip and I can't wait to get off this train." And so God populated the earth with green and yellow vegetables and all kinds, so man and women would live long and healthy lives. And Satan, he created McDonald's with double cheeseburgers and supersized fries, and man gained kilos and kilos. And God created the healthy yogurt that women might keep her figure that man found so fair. But Satan, he froze the yogurt and he brought forth chocolate, nuts, and brightly colored sprinkles to put on that yogurt, and women gained kilos. And God said, "Try my crispy fresh salad." And Satan brought forth creamy dressings, bacon bits, shredded cheese, and man gained more kilos. And then God brought forth running shoes, and man resolved to lose those extra kilos. And then Satan brought forth cable TV with remote control, so man would not have to work to change the channels, and man gained kilos. And God said, "Look, you're running up the score, devil."
Whoops, you
What
went
happened?
cool.
Did she disappear for everybody? Or just me?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see her.
Suddenly she
Oh,
just
Where is she?
She went bye-bye.
We'll give her a moment or so. It was pretty sudden.
Yeah, but it was like instant.
And it was coincidental with the thunder right outside my window.
Oh, wow.
Oh gosh.
That was weird. Where is she? Is she really in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Or is she right
Or is she-
outside your window?
Right. Oh, she's back. Wherever she's at.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron,
There
good
she
night.
is.
Welcome back, Lina.
There you go. Got the dot and everything.
I have the
Imagine
dot.
everybody's naked. You got it.
Alright, well, what the hell? Where was I? Was I with the running shoes? Let me start with the
Yeah,
running
that's
shoes.
point.
Yeah, yep.
Alright,
The devil said.
and the cable TV. And he said, God said, "You're running up the score, devil." And God brought forth the potato and a vegetable naturally low in fat and brimming with nutrition. And Satan peeled off the healthful skin, sliced the starchy centers into chips, and deep fried them all. And he created sour cream dip too. And the man clutched his remote control and ate the potato chips, and it was all swaddled in cholesterol. And Satan saw that and he said, "It is good." And man went into cardiac arrest.
Oh my goodness.
God sighed, and he created quadruple bypass surgery, and Satan created private health insurance.
Shit.
Yeah, that was no good. Okay, so I just saw a burglar kicking in his own door. He must have been working from home.
wow.
It's a 5-minute walk from my house to the bar, but it's a 45-minute walk from the bar back to my house. The difference is staggering. You got it.
Yeah.
Why did the god of thunder have to stretch his legs? He
Why?
was a little Thor.
Thor.
It was
But I got some things that a dentist can say, but a gynecologist cannot say.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Open wide. Doctor, that's a really big cavity. That is a big cavity, the patient. You don't have to repeat yourself. You do not have to repeat yourself. Doctor, I only said it once.
Echo.
When was your last cleaning?
God.
Hey, now we're going to polish it up.
Oh, no.
Alright, it's going to bleed. It's going to be swollen for a few days, but it's perfectly normal.
Oh, no.
Let's rinse you out. You're going to hear a suction sound here.
Dang.
Just keep the gauze in so the hole doesn't dry out. Oh my gosh, your lips are chapped. Perhaps a minty moisturizer for you.
Minty moisturizer.
Hey, don't move your lips. There are x-rays to show your most recent fillings. Alright, so anyway, I want to give you my views on drugs, okay, boys and girls? I occasionally smoke marijuana every single day. And I tell you something, I love the pot, I really do, and I think that they should legalize it everywhere because it would make the country a little more mellow, wouldn't it? I mean, you guys are drinking, you're going to go get violent later. I can see it in your eyes. If you drink the booze, you get beer muscles, you get in fights, you do hard drugs, you knock over convenience stores, you rob people. The only thing you attack when you are on marijuana is a Rice Krispie treat. Now let's be honest. Let's be honest. Some people think marijuana is a gateway drug to harder drugs, which is not true. They're different. Sure, marijuana will make you laugh when your grandma falls down the stairs.
Oh, God.
But heroin will make you push your grandmother down the stairs.
Yeah.
And crack will make you rob her when she lands at the bottom. And I just think there's a little difference there. What do you think?
I agree.
And that's mine for the night.
All right.
Woo-hoo! Good job.
Way to go, why?
All right. Big hand for Wyvern.
Awesome.
Go, why not? Woo! Why not?
Thank you.
That deserves an applause.
A round of applause.
Oh, it's after 8 o'clock, y'all. It's 8
Yep.
minutes after 8 o'clock. That means
Whoa.
we did a whole hour.
Dang. That's
Wow.
awesome.
And here I was going to tell y'all one more joke.
You can.
We'll save it for next week.
It better
Next
be
week, y'all.
good.
So with that,
Andy.
Hello.
Randy.
Randy, you're late, bro.
I know. I know.
Whole
I had bad
hour
news
late.
from a
Always
friend
late
of
to the
mine.
It's like you're almost early.
Couldn't
You're
get
so
over
late.
the phone.
Hi, everybody. Thank you
It
for
was
coming.
Mowbray. I know it was Mowbray.
Thank you for sharing your jokes with us. Thank you for
No,
laughing
it was
with us. Thank you for
best
hanging
man.
out with us.
He
I
was
don't know what
best
the
man
theme
at
is
my
for
wedding
Thursday,
when we got married.
because Tindy ain't done nothing
He
yet.
should have done. If he was my best man, he
Oh,
should have
90s
talked me
rock.
out of it, is what he
90s
should
rock.
That's right.
Right,
That's what he
Fiddler?
said.
Oh, I'm all over
Hollywood Squares, 90s rock.
Going to the tent?
That's what it is. All right, good night, everybody. See y'all next week.
Good night. Thank
Bye,
you,
everybody.
Boys
Hey,
and
Nick.
Already did.
Um,
Good
Good
night,
night,
if anyone
everybody.
wants to go.
thanks for coming. Good night, Porcelana.
Don't forget to tip